Enad Haddad with the Greensboro Reds, Greensboro NABA, got a win tonight. What was the final score? That was the question I came in. I heard one time 7-0, but I heard later 5-0.
5-0.
Talk about your pitching. I think that's what the key to the game was, the pitching tonight.
Clinton Davis started. He went five innings, only allowed one hit. And then Chris Kernan came in and threw 2 hits, 2 innings, no hits. And then Tyler Boone got in with 1 inning.
Tell you what, the middle guy's the guy I saw. I guess that was Chris Kernan. He did very well.
Yeah, he's really improved. Closed at Guilford Tech. Is probably going to stretch it. We're going to stretch him out as a starter this year. So
you got a lot of new faces on this team. Talk about the makeup of this year's team.
A lot of new faces. A lot of guys who haven't played in a couple of years maybe. So it's it's a part of it's gelling, part of getting them up to speed and coming together.
Is this the most recreation you've ever had to do in the past as far as rebuilding a team and putting a new team together as opposed to the teams you've had in previous years?
No, actually last year was the most recreation, I would say. 2014 we kind of had a down year, even though we won the championship, but I could tell that we had kind of run our course, after about 7-8 years. So now the difference is before we had a lot of younger guys who were inexperienced. This time they're very experienced, like Nick Rogers, Craig Erskine, people like that.
Did you see some of those guys at the plate coming up tonight, Big Boy?
Well, they didn't play tonight.
I wondered about who was here tonight, who wasn't here tonight.
Yeah. Colby Keene was out here. He's done a great job. David Coffey moved back in the area, so he got his first hit tonight, and good to have him back.
Who do you think led you in hitting without looking at the scorebook, because we don't have it with us? Who led you in hitting tonight, probably?
I think it was a team effort. I wouldn't say one guy's not standing out in my head. I think we walked a lot and then got some big hits to knock in runs.
Let's put you on the spot. And who's going to get that Tropical Smoothie Cafe play or player of the game? Who's that tonight?
I would say Clinton Davis, the pitcher, the starter.
And again, give us his numbers based upon what you remember from the game.
He might have struck out 7 people, 7 batters. Allowed only 1 hit, which was an infield hit. So we only allowed 1 hit tonight.
And you beat the Lex Ash Braves, right?
Lexington Ashboro Braves, yes.
And that's a team you took down pretty hard previously. They gave you a little bit more competition.
Yeah.
I know closer score. They didn't get on the board, but maybe a closer game this time than they gave you last time.
Well, the last game it was 2-2 until the 4th inning. So they're very formidable. Joey Rizzo, who coaches at Ashboro, we met. I was coaching JV for Western, and we just struck up a conversation, had some common, he had a buddy in the league and asked him if he'd like to have a team, so we worked on it.
That's a good thing, because you've had Lexington involved in some degree before. I think it was a Lexington team came here and played maybe some non-conference games a few times over the years. And what about the league as a whole this year? As we're getting this going pretty well now, what about the top teams, the top-tier teams in the Greensboro National Adult Baseball Association for this season? Who are those top-tier teams?
Well, the Pirates, I think, are 6 or 7-1 now. I think they're
I heard
really
they won
good
today, 11-1.
Yeah, they're very good. The Dodgers beat us the other night, 13-6.
Have you faced the Pirates yet this year?
I mean, the Yankees are on a roll.
Well, what about you guys? You faced the Pirates yet this year?
Not yet. We got rained out.
Rained out?
So,
gotcha. When do you face them again? Next week?
I think June 23rd.
Well, around the corner.
I'm planning for it.
So you say the Pirates, you say the Reds. Who else is very good this year?
The Yankees. I mean, all of the Orioles have put up double-digit numbers, a couple times.
That's the thing you got to look out for, I guess, in this league. You don't want those lopsided games.
No.
You want real competitive games. And some days you're going to get maybe just a blow-away game, but every night you come in, you like some good competition.
Normally, beginning of the year, you'll have a few more blowouts than normal, but just like us the other night, our pitcher allowed 6 runs and we couldn't come back from it, and they did everything they needed to do to beat us.
That was the game you played last week when George Carter, I think, was on the hill for you.
He came in the last inning, but no, after that he pitched against Catawba, and we kind of got rolling that next game, and then we've won 2 in a row now.
What do you think the basis of this year's team is? What's your foundation this year?
Veteran players who have done it before, who are really good, but
better hitters or better pitchers, or both?
I'd say both, but the pitching's good. The issue is going to be getting the guys enough work to get them where they need to be, to knock the rust off and get headed in the right direction. That's my job, to get them going.
Is it just as tough to coach this team as it was to coach the Guilford Western Guilford University team?
No, the blessing is that Western Guilford JV prepared me, I would think, for this situation, because we got off to a slow start. I kept my patience. I think previously I might have got a little frustrated inside but it's really helped me out, to be honest with you. I'm a better coach for those kids, you know, being around Coach Wood and going through the adversity.
So you feel like both sides of that coin are good for you, both sides, JV side of the coin and the adult league baseball side of the coin, both are good for you.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was just going to do Western 1 year or something like that, but I'm all in, and it made me a better person.
Well, by the time those guys get out of high school, they can be on the NABA team.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, we had Trey Carlton debut tonight.
Yeah,
got a walk. So
Trey's got a lot of confidence too.
Yes.
He's a bold kid to step up out of high school and join this team.
Yeah.
This is a competitive team. It's not like he's joining some team that needs. We got to get players. You've got players. He's joining a pretty tough team.
Well, I told him tonight. I said, Trey, you're progressing. I didn't say you're starting at the bottom again. You've come out of high school. You were the all-conference guy. Now you're surrounded by older guys.
And the only all-conference guy from Western Guilford, I think.
Yes, he was.
If I read that all-conference team correctly.
But he has some things that I like, and he has a good personality, and I think he's worth investing in. So
one more time we close out tonight. Next week we'll be back with you again. We'll get a player of the game up here to visit with us. But again, tonight's Tropical Smoothie Cafe player of the game. Who is that?
Clinton Davis, number 19, our pitcher. He's actually NABA pitcher of the year last year.
He's off to a good start this year too. Then.
Yeah, he did a great job.
And where did he come from? I don't know him that well.
He played at UNC Asheville. And then he was at a D3, I think, in Georgia. I can't think of the name of it, but I think he's better now than he was in college. But great person, great pitcher.
When do you line him up next?
Clinton Davis?
No, your team. When do you play next?
We play Tuesday against the Virginia Marlins, Thursday against Fuquay. Then we play 3 league games Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because of rain. You know,
busy week coming up.
Yeah, very busy. I'm gonna have to make a chart and
you better get that pitching staff lined up. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, Enad, good job as always. Good to speak with you. Next time we visit next week, we'll have a player of the game up here with us. Talk to him. Talk to you too. Keep up the good work. And I talked to Bill Aarons out in the parking lot before I came in. He said he passed through, just driving through, kind of looking over his shoulder, driving by, checking you guys out. He said he can't wait to get a chance at you guys. He's looking forward to that matchup. He feels like maybe you guys called that game off on purpose last time. He wants you guys bad.
Well, we're going to take it one game at a time, and we'll meet up when we meet. So
look forward to it. Thank you, Enad. I hear your crew coming in now. Let's get out of here.